Hi, just a quick video for you tonight. Now, I don't know how you all are, but we don't eat a lot of leftovers. Sometimes we do, but if it's just like one random thing from a meal that I cooked, we have a hard time eating it. And so I'm trying to do better about that and utilize it for something else. And there's a lot of recipes that I use where I will cook it twice of what I've got, twice as much of what I've got. An example of that is pork tenderloin. I will usually cook 2 of those. We eat 1 for that night, and then the next one I use for pork medallions with some fettuccine. And so that's already prepped and cooked for me. Then I chop up that and then I serve it on top of, I fry them up in my cast iron pan just one more time with like some balsamic vinegar. And then I put that in with the fettuccine Alfredo, and it kind of comes out like the Olive Garden one with the steak. I forget what it's called, steak gorgonzola, Alfredo, something like that. And it's really, really good. So I think I got that recipe from craftrecipes.com. You can also use the balsamic dressing. I just usually use a balsamic vinegar, and it kind of reduces down in the pan. So I have some pork meat left over that was already cooked from the other night. And it was for pork carnitas. And so I just had like 4 pieces left, tiny little pieces. And I'm like, this isn't even enough for a meal. What am I gonna do with this? So I got 2 big potatoes, and tonight we went down to the little market down the street. I don't know if you've ever been there. If you're local, it is Chuck's, and it is awesome. They have this shrimp. I don't know if they just have it on Friday. Somebody told me that they might have, but they may have it every day. I don't know. It's already cooked for you, and it's in a Cajun seasoning, and it comes with the cocktail sauce. It is so good. They are so, so good. So I picked up some of those for tonight, and then I'm gonna cook up some little ears of corn, and then I cooked up 2 baked potatoes. So I'm gonna turn this into pork barbecue baked potatoes. So I've already cooked them and baked them in the oven just like I do. I usually do about an hour at 450. So I'm just gonna come through and slice the top. They are super, super hot. And I've stuck something else in the oven for the kids. So I turned the oven down to about 375. You could probably do this part at 350. It's just enough to warm it up. And so what I'm gonna do is just kind of slice it down the top, and then I'm gonna press the sides of it so it opens up like that. And then, super hot. All right, I'm gonna put it into my cast iron skillet here. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this pork, and you can do it shredded, or I just diced it because mine was in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna stuff this pork down into the baked potato. I might have to open it up a little bit more. Then I'm just gonna top it with some salt and pepper. Now the next couple items, there's just a couple little extra items that I've got on hand. Don't feel like you have to run out and get these. I'm gonna use a barbecue sauce, and I really have been loving this sweet and spicy one made by Kraft. It's really, really good. So I'm gonna use that one. I'm also going to put 2 other things on here just to kind of kick it up a notch, but don't feel like you have to run out and get this. I feel like barbecue sauce is gonna be just enough. So this is Worcestershire sauce, and I'm just gonna do a little sprinkling of that on top of the pork. And then I love liquid smoke. Make it kind of like a little bit of a smokier flavor, you know, because we're adding the barbecue sauce. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this on top of the pork. Okay, just a little. Then that barbecue sauce. Might have to open up a new one here. I am going to really load this up on the top of these potatoes and pork. Now, I'm just going to stick this, and I will show you. Yum! I'm gonna stick this in the oven for probably just to warm up that pork really, maybe like 20 minutes at 375, and then I just turn those 4 tiny little pieces of pork into a meal for tonight. So I feel like that's a win. We'll see. I don't feel like that every night.